Okay, so go ahead. What's up? What's going on?
My brother, I do. I know me. Happy Sunday.
Ah, your area, Gakwa church.
Why not? I'm a church boy.
Guy, you don't go church, forget.
I'm a church boy.
I remember that time you were in Nigeria.
Hmm.
You were among the choir members. You know, you
My
used to
brother.
play. Is it that you were in the choir? There's one church you attend that time. You always in the church. Whenever I call you and also you said you are one guy like that. You guys are like always going. There's one church. I don't know whether you are one of the founding members of the church that time anyway.
I'm still a church boy. I don't know what you're
But
saying.
it looks different today. Tell me how many times you go to church over there. Be
My brother.
truthful.
I got I get the church, but the truth is that my brother, when you come over here, you realize that sometimes even that your pastor,
Mhm.
Native Hallelujah in church, is also working on
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
Only make that 1 hour 30 45 minutes. Pia, obaga talk along.
Go along.
Nigeria, I get big kata.
Uh-huh. And I
So
will
people
tell you that
spend 4 or 5 hours in church Sunday
exactly. In
doing
fact,
what?
not just 4 5 hours. In Nigeria, sometimes when they finish the regular service, they stay back to do meetings.
Uh,
Then from meetings, they go for another worship.
mm-hmm,
They go for another, songs and service, evening service again.
mm-hmm,
Then from there they go for regional convention.
uh,
Different. They're just gonna sleep in the. Then on Monday morning, you see people converging in the church. It's not as if like praying is not good or going to church is not good, but I mean the way we do it over there. When somebody has a problem,
mm,
you need financial growth. Instead of you to go look for job, how you can work, where you can work, you start going to church to pray so that miracle will happen. It's not like God cannot do miracle, but God,
mm-hmm.
of course, miracles happen every day, and God can as well give you a good job. But if you are doing it, you have to make sure that after praying, you are going to look for job
You are going to
or
do
you are
something.
going to your shop or whatever. You don't just go to the church and sleep thinking that that is where you are going to earn your living.
Mm. Oh,
It's going. Yeah,
it's true.
church
You're right.
is. But you find out that church is a very lucrative thing in Nigeria. Very, very lucrative. Very, very. And in fact, so many people who opened churches were those who failed in the outside world, who failed to get a good job, those who failed to succeed in the things that they were doing. They thought that the only escape route was to open a church. And then the open church starts acting, like they are spiritually filled, start inviting people. Many times, some of them go to the extent of becoming diabolical just to get that power to be able to
Most
do
of
one or
them,
two things so that you can attract members. That's the negative side of it in Nigeria. Just check the history. I know some friends even who graduated with us from the university. Today they are opening churches. They may not have too much members, but they're in churches because they couldn't get a job. They searched for job, there was no job, and they opened the church. You
it's true.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So that's why you see some even the big churches that you see in Nigeria. When somebody is going away, he hands over the church to his son
Right, to his
or
son.
that is a family member. Like it's like a company.
Wait, company.
Otherwise, if it's the Church of Christ shouldn't be merchandised. If you are the head of the church, the founder, whatever, as you are retiring, okay, there should be a line of succession which must not go through your family. Because if actually being a pastor is a call from God, then why must it be your son that will succeed you? God can call
Yeah.
anybody. Maybe your son is not somebody that was called to be a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
He or she can do one, your son or your daughter, they can do other things. They can go about their businesses. And when you are retiring, the other people will take over. This is the church of Christ. It shouldn't be a personal enterprise, but that's how they treat it.
Yeah, it's true. It's a
Mhm.
business. It's a very big business in Nigeria now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's a very big business. To the extent
I,
that
uh,
you will even see tomorrow is Monday. You will see some churches. They've outlined programs for the week.
mhm.
five
Yes,
days of power packed this thing.
I'm telling you.
9 a.m. to let me say 3 p.m. You begin to
Uh-huh.
why? You see, young men like us in their most productive
Productive
years.
age. Mhm.
What are you doing in church on a Monday morning at 9 a.m.? I'm like, this is crazy. This, I don't know. I begin to, I just feel
Yes.
for us.
They go there, they walk, they do all kinds of things. And the bad side of it, I had some pastors are not, I even telling members should not earn from whatever. In fact, people who do such things should be paid if they are part of the organization of organizing the church for activities and events. They should be employed in the church, and the church should pay them.
Pay them
If
now because
you're
it's a
a pastor
business.
and you're preaching to people that they should sacrifice and do these things for free, you as a pastor, you are not even doing the job for free. You are eating from
Mhm.
that your church. The money that comes, the people pay tithe, you are not accounting to anybody, it goes into your pockets and you take it as a full-time job. Therefore, you should as well employ people, those who do those things, those jobs, they should as well feed from there. Since they come there from money, you employ them, they become full-time workers in the church. At the end of the month, you give them money, you have salary for them. That's what happens over here. Like, I go to Catholic church here. There are every church, everybody who works in the church gets paid. They get paid. They hire secretaries, they hire, people who do cooks, they hire different kinds of
Cleaners,
people. Those who sweep the
everything.
church, all of them are under salary. If you tell them that they have to work for free, the same
Yes,
way that the priest receives his own salary. That's the same way other people receive theirs. But Nigerian pastors will tell you you are doing it for God. You don't have to pay. But what are they doing their own for? Ask me. I mean, come
they are
on.
doing it for Abido.
That isn't a bit of shaker to blind people's eyes and then
I'm telling
do
you,
a
I just wish
go.
our people will get to realize that we've been brainwashed, I think, as Africans for years. And there is this Stockholm syndrome, when a victim begins to, fall in love with his or her captor,
Also, hmm
oppressor,
hmm
that is
yeah,
what the politicians are doing. That is what the pastors are doing.
hmm
They have done it to the extent that these members, even if you now tell them that this thing your pastor is doing
it's
is
wrong.
wrong, they want to kill you.
They don't want to go. They tell you you're evil. They don't want to go into
Eh?
such
They
conversation. They
will
tell you, oh, you
attack
don't
you,
know.
report you
You'll be
to
classified
Facebook.
as someone who doesn't know God. That you're not spiritually inclined. You don't know the things of the spirit.
Eh?
You
That you're
understand?
the agent of darkness.
Agent of darkness. That's how they view. And then if the pastor happens to hear that such a person is being talked to by someone, he will tell the person to come for deliverance so that there will not be any. This is complete indoctrination.
We are
When
finished.
people are indoctrinated, they are radicalized and they can
Yeah.
do anything. In fact, they can fight you just because those kind of things. I find it
Yeah.
very repugnant when I actually try to have some conversations with people who are so much in this category. When you want to have a conversation with them, they don't even want to discuss. They tell you, no, I don't want anything. Don't tell me anything about my pastor. I said, I'm a Christian too. I go to church. I pray too. I have a relationship with God. I was having a conversation with somebody last time. As soon as we started the conversation, say, yeah, he wants to introduce me to one church program. He started telling me how the pastor prophesied so and so time, and it happened. How the pastor prophesied, he said, I listened to. It's a lady. When she finished talking, I told her, well, actually, thank you very much for your recommendation, but I'm somebody who is also spiritually conscious and inclined. I pray and I have a personal relationship with God. So I do not need that kind of, miracle. I have access. I pray. It's not like I cannot go to my man of God if I am led by faith to do
Mhm.
things. And then there's something with that I tell people when it comes to charity. I tell them I know where to go and do charity. When I am moved to do something for the church, I do it. But then, if I really want to do charity, I also know the best way to do my charity. I cannot take my money and be giving a pastor 10% every month, and he's telling me to come and be paying those taxes. And then there are poor people on the street that I could easily reach out to and give. It's a personal relationship between me and my God. You cannot force me and tell me what I should do. You
Mhm.
understand? I said my relationship with God is very personal, and I give when I am moved. It's just like when I'm walking on the street and I see somebody who is a beggar. Even if you are begging, your head is like this. If I am not moved by the spirit, I'm not gonna give you a
Stay
chicken.
with me.
No, I'm not gonna give it. But even if you are strong enough and my spirit is moved, I look at you and I feel like, oh, this person, I have something to give. I will give. It's something that has to do with it's a personal thing.